Alright guys, Jeff Cavalier, athleanx.com. Today, I want to open your eyes to something most people overlook when it comes to shoulder training. Let's talk about shoulders, not just about building big, impressive delts, but about what's really going on beneath the surface. Most people focus on size, but there's a lot more to shoulder health than just muscle mass. The shoulder joint is the most mobile in your body, allowing you to reach, lift and rotate in almost any direction. But here's the catch. That incredible mobility comes at a price: stability. Unlike your hip or knee, the shoulder sacrifices stability for movement. Picture this: your shoulder is like a golf ball sitting on a tee. It's easy to move, but just as easy to knock off balance. That's why it's so vulnerable. This is exactly why shoulder injuries are among the most common issues athletes and everyday lifters face. A single wrong move and you could be sidelined for weeks or even months. The problem? Most training programs are obsessed with the big, showy muscles, the deltoids, while completely ignoring the smaller, crucial stabilizers like the rotator cuff and scapular muscles. These are the muscles that keep your shoulder joint safe and secure. When you neglect these stabilizers, you create a dangerous imbalance. It's a recipe for pain, inflammation, and long-term injury that can haunt you for years. True shoulder strength isn't just about pressing heavy weights overhead, it's about teaching all the muscles around your shoulder to work together, creating balanced tension and rock-solid stability from every angle. Think of your shoulder like a telephone pole held up by guide wires. If even one of those wires is loose or weak, the whole structure wobbles and becomes unstable. The same goes for your shoulder. So what's one of the best ways to build this kind of stability? The answer might surprise you: the handstand. It's not just a party trick, it's a powerful tool for bulletproofing your shoulders. And here's the best part. You don't need to be a gymnast or an elite athlete to benefit from handstand training. Anyone can start, no matter your current level. The real magic happens during the process of learning a handstand. As you progress, your shoulders adapt, your stabilizers get stronger, and you develop control and resilience you never thought possible. So let's break down exactly how this movement can transform your shoulder health, boost your strength, and help you avoid injuries for the long haul. Get ready to rethink everything you know about shoulder training. Handstands aren't just for gymnasts. In fact, they're becoming a popular training tool for people of all backgrounds and fitness levels. Whether you're an athlete, a weekend warrior, or just someone looking to try something new, handstands offer unique benefits that go far beyond the gymnastics mat. You don't need to hold a perfect pose, just use the principles as a training tool. Even if your legs aren't straight or you wobble, the act of trying a handstand challenges your body in new ways and helps you build strength, balance and confidence. Start with your feet on the floor or use a wall for support. The benefits begin immediately. The wall is your friend, giving you the chance to practice safely and focus on technique without worrying about falling over. Handstands flip the script. Your hands become the base and your whole body must stabilize above them. This reversal of gravity forces your muscles and mind to work together in ways you might never have experienced before. It's not just deltoids. Your rotator cuff, traps, serratus, core and glutes all fire together. Every muscle from your fingertips to your toes is engaged, creating a full-body workout that builds real functional strength. All you need is a floor and maybe a wall. No fancy equipment, no expensive memberships, just your own body and a little bit of space. Mastering your own body weight builds functional strength that carries over to every lift and daily activity. The coordination and control you develop with handstands will make you stronger and more resilient in everything you do. It makes your overhead press safer and more powerful. You'll notice improved shoulder stability and pressing strength, which translates directly to better performance in the gym and in life. Handstands reveal and correct weaknesses you didn't know you had. They highlight imbalances and force you to address them, making you a more well-rounded athlete. Every small progression is a win for your shoulders. Celebrate each improvement, no matter how minor. It all adds up to big gains over time. Don't see it as an impossible feat, see it as a process. Progress comes with patience, practice, and a willingness to learn from each attempt. The payoff is enormous for anyone willing to put in the work. Handstands are for everyone, and the journey is just as rewarding as the destination. Let's get started. Let's talk about stacking your joints in a handstand. Proper alignment, wrists, elbows, shoulders, hips, feet in a straight line, maximizes force transfer and stability. Gravity pulls your body weight down, so your scapulae become the foundation. Actively pushing the ground away fires up your serratus anterior, a key stabilizer. Handstands force all the shoulder muscles to co-contract, centering the joint. This is true stability, something you can't get from just pressing dumbbells. Vertical loading also strengthens ligaments, joint capsules and bones. You're building a resilient joint from the inside out. This vertical strength carries over to every other lift you do. Ready to start? Before you jump into advanced moves, it's essential to lay the groundwork for safe and effective progress. Building a strong foundation isn't just about strength, it's about protecting your body and learning the right habits from the very beginning. Begin from the ground up. Start by conditioning your wrists. Stretch them thoroughly. Rock forward in a quadruped position and practice wrist push-ups and planks. These exercises prepare your joints and tendons for the demands of hand balancing. Don't skip this step. Wrist health is crucial. Neglecting it can lead to pain or injury, so take your time and make wrist prep a regular part of your routine. Next, try the pike hold. Start in a push-up position, then walk your feet in and raise your hips high. Keep your arms straight and actively push the floor away. Hold this position for 15-20 seconds, gradually increasing your time as you get stronger. This builds shoulder strength and body awareness. When you feel comfortable, move on to wall walks. Place your hands on the floor at the base of a wall. Walk your feet up the wall, keeping your core tight and your body in control. Only go as high as you feel stable. It's perfectly fine to stop partway up. Focus on control, not height. The goal isn't perfect verticality on day one. Progress is about consistency and confidence, not rushing to the finish line. Get used to being inverted. Pay attention to your hand position, spread your fingers wide and create external rotation torque through your arms. Always push the floor away, keeping your shoulders active and engaged. Don't sink into your shoulders, stay tall, even when you're upside down. This posture protects your joints and helps you balance. This builds serratus strength and a stable base, which are key for safe handstands and long-term progress. Remember, safety and form always come first. Don't be afraid to ask for feedback or use a mirror to check your alignment. Progress slowly and listen to your body. Rest when needed and celebrate small wins along the way. That's how you build a solid foundation, one step at a time, with patience, attention and care for your body. Shoulder stability isn't just about the rotator cuff. True stability is a symphony between the cuff, deltoids and scapular muscles. The handstand exposes weaknesses, especially in the serratus anterior and traps. Many have overactive upper traps and weak lower traps. Handstands force you to fix this. If your scapula is unstable, your arm can't be stable, like firing a cannon from a canoe. Pushing the ground away fires up the serratus. Staying tall engages the mid and lower traps. You're retraining your neuromuscular system for better movement patterns. This software upgrade makes your shoulders smarter and more resilient. The result: stronger, more coordinated, injury-resistant shoulders. That's the real benefit of handstand training. Once you're comfortable on the wall, it's time to progress. Increase your hold time, work up to a minute or more. Next, try shoulder taps. Shift weight to one arm, tap the opposite shoulder, switch sides. This builds single arm stability and exposes imbalances. Change your wall orientation. Try with your back to the wall. Kick up and let your heels rest for support. Practice taking your feet off the wall briefly. This is where balance begins. Use your fingers for micro adjustments, just like your toes when standing. The journey to a freestanding handstand is long, but every progression builds strength and stability. Try shifting weight side to side or slow handstand push-up negatives. Be patient and consistent, quality over quantity. The real prize is the stability you build, not just the freestanding hold. Keep challenging yourself safely. Safety is non-negotiable. First, prep your wrists. If you feel sharp pain, back off and work on mobility. Use parallettes if needed for a neutral wrist position. Listen to your shoulders. If you feel pinching, stop and address your form. Actively push the floor away and externally rotate your shoulders. Film yourself to check for sinking or poor alignment. Always have an exit strategy. Learn to pirouette out safely. Practice bailing from a low pike first to build confidence. Never train in a cluttered space. Respect fatigue. When your form breaks down, stop. 3 perfect holds beat 1 sloppy one. Quality over quantity, always. Treat handstand practice with the same respect as heavy lifting. Handstand benefits ripple through all your training. A stable scapular base and strong rotator cuff make your overhead press safer and stronger. This stability carries over to push-ups, bench presses and more. You'll have better scapular control and body awareness in every movement. Athletic skills, throwing, swinging, swimming, improve with a stable shoulder as your anchor. An unstable shoulder leaks power and invites injury. Handstands also improve posture, core strength, and teach you what a neutral spine feels like. The benefits are holistic: better movement, strength and resilience. You start with one skill and end up with a stronger, more capable body. That's the power of functional training. The handstand is more than a party trick. It's a master key for shoulder health and full body strength. Don't worry about a perfect freestanding hold. Focus on progress. Start with wrist mobility, pike holds or wall walks, whatever matches your level. Consistency is key. A few minutes, 3 to 4 times a week, leads to big results. Celebrate small wins, longer holds, better stability, more control. The goal is a body that's strong and smart. Handstands teach body awareness, address weaknesses, and build integrated strength. It's a challenge worth taking. You're capable of more than you think. Subscribe for more progressions and tips. We're here to guide you. Now get to work and start building those bulletproof shoulders.